Game of the day territory, man. It's got a lot to live up to. Falcons, hands down, the most popular team here in China. But FURIA, I think, are really starting to win over the crowd, win over some hearts. This is the one you came to see. Let's get it on.
China have showed up in full force. Let's see if this match delivers. FURIA Falcons, Inferno, and Pistols, always a conversation in this Falcon squad. But they've gotten better, Harry. We've been seeing improvements along this event. Even when Falcons fall in those first rounds, they're often picking up force buys. Having a near flawless track record in conversions despite Pistols, only falling in one so far in this tournament. Team Falcons, strong start feels like a necessity. KSCERATO on his biggest stage yet.
Let's play out in a mid. And they look to come through with a good pace to open. Out towards long, it's fallen. Tearing heads off, can't quite regain control to find NiKo. And so for now, still in with a chance. But are they ready for Molodoy? No, they're not. What? NiKo nails it! Oof. And you don't want it to go down like this. Yuri now, the only guy actually in the sight. Are they going to clear him? Yakindar's been spotted out towards long. That means Yuri free to play. NiKo got to do this all alone. And he doesn't have a lot of time to get it done in. 40 seconds as he drops down. Awkward crossfire to try and get past him. With each shot that connects, he just gets whittled down lower and lower. Yakindar still facing. NiKo twitchy, looking for this 1v2. And nothing being offered. They brought him down one shot away from certain death. No, that's not what you want, and they stop him. They stop NiKo in his tracks. That was building up to something there.
Near jump of the gun, and a near misfire for FURIA, but NiKo out of ammo, and Yuri makes it so. 3 from the pit in this pistol round, and damn good job from Fallen as well. Especially hurts for Molodoy here, but reassuring that FURIA are able to close around despite that whiff.
I like a hell of a lot that Inferno is where we're doing battle, because it's no secret that for the Falcons, this has been like, if there was one place that they can get exploited, even though the form's been getting better, even though Falcons have been moving in the right direction, playing like the team you think they should from the names that are on it, the one vulnerability they've had is this Inferno.
Absolutely. Not really been able to take down many top teams on this map, Mao's being an exception to the rule, but otherwise they've been struggling.
And so I think, you know, ahead of the major, what with this tournament being so stacked as well, this would be the time and the place to show that you've been putting the reps in to finally make this map your own.
And this is what I was talking about, these force buy wins for Falcons, right? They've often been, you know, winning pistols, but even when they don't, it's the second rounds that have come through for them, giving them those early leads, giving them those snowbally games. Falcons have been running through this tournament, so a dangerous second round force buy, but Monacy, ever present, lethal, finds that opening kill. Yakindar's going for the gun. He's going to find nothing. They've already picked it up. Want to watch out. Get your weapon back in hands. And FURIA back off into the B bomb site. 4v4. That AK gets a second try.
Yeah, it'll find its way into the hands of KSCERATO.
NiKo dropped it over, right? 3 kills in that pistol round. Hands it off to Monacy. Counter-Strike's favorite duo. And they're in form right now. It's got to be the young star, KSCERATO. Walking into A.
Not a bad way for this to start, is it? Dink down range, KSCERATO able to provide that opening. Now they know about Yuri down here in the pit, but he doesn't miss a beat. It's destruction from Yuri, sidelined by Tesses.
NiKo's here.
And suddenly Round could be right back on. Are they ready for NiKo deep over on long? KSCERATO has to check this. Tesses spamming just to try and sell the lie that NiKo isn't here. Yakindar in with the clear, and so Tesses 7 points of health. A tricky close. Contact taken on the long side, and Tessez dead straight away. FURIA handed an awkward 2v2, but they're able to get through it cleanly.
What a nice check for Yakindo, right? His teammates just baiting from the entire time, making noise. NiKo purposely doesn't pick up the gun, thinking, I don't want to give away my position. Still FURIA figure it out. Molodoi, 2 frustrating rounds. The catch and boiler, throwing util in this one, not getting away with it. Falcons punishing, but still not able to convert. They'll buy again. 3 kills in the bomb plant is all the temptation they desire. Couple of Galils, couple of MAC-10s. It's KSCERATO who is the most dangerous in this round. But Molodoi's orb comes in early. And he hits the tag. Sees the fast mid-rush as well. It's a Falcons classic. They know it's coming.
Yuri on a heater to open up this game as well. He's been good for multi-kills in every one of these A plays.
Oh, he's jumpy right now. But jumping in, Tessez stops the orb. Yuri, another triple. Molodoi getting a little sucked into the pressure of the situation, is shooting ghosts.
I think, you know, we got to talk about the AWPA head-to-head here. It's, for my money, one of the big fixtures of this game is the clash of Molodoi versus m0NESY. 2 exceptionally quick AWPers. I think you can certainly draw comparisons between them, and hell, if you think about the route to get to this semi-final, it was Molodoi showcasing that in a buzzer-beater 1v2 clutch, the ace in the round prior. He's done a hell of a lot to get FURIA to this position. Now he's got to beat someone who excels in the same kind of string of AWPing, the same style that he goes for. This shot for Molodoi as NiKo makes his way out in the top mid. Oh, tries to go back on the line and learns that NiKo deagle is a very threatening thing indeed.
Force buys didn't hit. Don't tell me pistols will.
There's another one of these head-to-head. KSCERATO onto NiKo, gets rid of that deagle, succeeds where Molodoi can't.
Fallen, a wise decision to back up into B there. He was on his own with no more util. There is a smoke. Kixon's been throwing this exec from all the way back down middle. FURIA got to deal with this B hit. No one in the sight. This is a free bomb plant. Fallen's coming through.
Yeah, they're going to have these flashes, but they're not great. Fallen plays it forward and dealt with cleanly. Out with one, sure. It leaves it in this 3-on-3. Plant now found, and KSCERATO again granted the gun in this post plant.
Dangerous.
Yuri dead on the rotate. That's KSCERATO with the M4 firing off. They clear m0NESY up close. They've got the spot on Tessez as well. They know where both players are right now. Yakindo plays it forward and looks to propel FURIA in for this retake. Just the Tessez deeg now, and it's going to hit real hard. Time's running low. They charge him down. And with seconds remaining, that defuse going to come in. FURIA still flawless on this CT side.
Look, there's no doubt these rounds have been stressful so far, but it's still a 4-0 lead. This is the worst lead, the worst start to a game the Falcons have had all tournament long. They've not dropped a single map in their run here to this semi-final. Right now, 4-0 down. Got to dig themselves out the hole. Nice try, some good kills, bomb plants. They're making it interesting, but FURIA converting every one of these very difficult positions. The retake on A and the 2v2. Now this one in B. FURIA looking good to start.
And you can kind of feel like the electricity in the room and how that's meshing with everyone in the server, right? Molodoi looking a little twitchy, playing up to the speed thing a lot. He's been too quick, if anything, firing off too fast, if you can believe it. Then, you know, even NiKo in his clutch attempt in the pistol, jittery, but still precise. Everyone's very amped up right now. This crowd is loud, man.
I especially love that we have the history of FURIA winning this series both times they faced since making these changes, these sweeping changes on both rosters. So FURIA have the track record. They know they can win. There's clearly a lot of respect from this team in the way they talk about Falcons and the players and the individuals they're going up against and the skill the Falcons have. But at the same time, FURIA, they've got that innate confidence going, hey, look, we've not picked up these tier 1 trophies with the top 5-6 teams in the playoffs, but we know we can win this game. And if you win this game, you go forward to tomorrow. You take on Team Vitality in that grand final. So there is absolutely no reason to doubt yourself today. I want to see if Molodoi can get started on this AWP. He has a B spawn in this round. Would not be a bad shout to take it.
He's going to head over here with that AWP. Doesn't try anything too outlandish. Keeping it pretty measured in this round is Molodoi. And by his standards even, so is Yekindar.
Yes, you got some of the most aggressive banana players in the game right now in this server. You got Fallen on the flashes to make that a reality. Everyone plays this slow. But they look to meet in the mid-round. Good util from NiKo will keep them back. Stopping Molodoi is a different picture.
Let's see how much it takes for him to really get going. Was it just a bit of anxiety getting that first kill? Is Molodoi now very much in this game?
He hit the wallbang as well.
Follow-up shot did connect, yeah. Now they're going to try and link up with KSCERATO. They've learned about the AWP. They learned about that 3-man hold. That sends them into just 2 players at this A site. But as we say, Yuri, man, he's been phenomenal. Loses KSCERATO. Yuri still locks it down. Ooh. Gets out with a lot of damage. Once more, you're looking to Tesses in one of these rough clutches. Another 1v2 attempt from Falcons Dane. Molodoi making noise. Oh. Tag even connects there on the spam just to make life harder. Tesses feels like he's getting toyed with and will have goal in time. Molodoi with the response. Smoke spam, nothing in it for him. And so Tesses now, handful of times, has been iced out of these clutches. It remains a flawless game for FURIA here.
Yeah, feel good round for Molodoi as well, right? Getting a lot of impact, closing the round. Bit of a lot going a long way. And I like that setup change from FURIA, right? They've been running heavy pit setups in this game already. Falcons, jump out apps, high flash, but because of the setup, both players in the bomb site, no one's blind. They're able to trade contact. Even Kixon gets confused as to where Yuri's gotten to. Jumped up on the cold box. So FURIA keep them guessing right now on these A defenses. And they put the AWP back on B.
Yekindar with aggression, and he's about to get tested here. MP9 up close, gets out with 1. Teammates at top banana, can't play through this smoke. And Molodoi hanging around for a shot, gets him killed. Oh, good trade back for Fallen, but he's got to focus on staying alive, and he's not able to escape. This B site falls with Tesses here to cut down the rotates. This might be the dawn of the first round for the Falcons. Yuri might have been fantastic at stopping these A plays, always getting away with multi-kills, but this is a very different ball game. 1v3 clutch. Retake over towards B. And no info as to where Falcons are. He's got to do this one blind. Still looking kind of interested, which is curious. It's not like FURIA have lots of money here. This is a risk going for this. He's going to hang around. Ooh, catches 1 on the exit. And now just looks to get out of there himself. m0NESY also plucks that AWP out of the round from Molodoi's body.
Oh, yes. You like to see that. Yeah, a bit of inexperience from Molodoi perhaps showing there really... Well, we talk about him wanting to really get as many shots out as he can on the AWP. Firing through the smoke there, reveals his position, allows an easy spam for KSCERATO. When he could have just held on for the shot or even fallen back. Fallen as well gets stuck on the corner while trying to evade. he could have stayed alive in the B-bomb site. It's a bit of an awkward B-hold for FURIA. Funny to see Yakinda still play MP9 when they had enough money for rifles. He was doing it yesterday in Connector against the Mongols. This time it's Fallen, but not out of choice. Great grenades down Banana, bully Falcons, and Yakinda's got something to say. Him and Fallen combine for a double, and Yakinda doesn't know when to stop.
He's still sticking it out in a top Banana. Kiyosuke hits back finally, but it's a 3-for-1 trade over in this Banana fight. You'll take that all day if you're FURIA. Tessa's left out here over towards top mid, trying to play his part in the round, but the other side of the map went so horribly.
Oh, perfect boost.
There's not a lot he could do here, and yeah, the boost even employed for FURIA just to confirm that this isn't a real push out in middle.
And that frees up KSCERATO's rotation. He doesn't have to watch Arch side. He's not worried about a flank right now. He gets to reinforce back at B thanks to the boost. Talk of boost, FURIA always got something new. And Falcons saw a low smoke. This is going to be a problem.
Yeah, able to peek right on over the top. KSCERATO's spam baits him in, and you're hoping that Fallen can just get out with one. Find the first, you're in a 4v1 retake. Fallen would have done enough, and there's the catch. Hell, he might try and get out with both of them. Now, that does give Tesses a chance. Good for the trade, at least. They don't make life easy for him, though. Tap on this bomb. I'm ready for a double swing. Out through the Banana side. There's no road left to run for Tesses. FURIA, it is convincing in the tail end of these rounds.
Just loving all the little details in this game right now for FURIA. The reboost, the repositions, the double site setup in that A attack as well. Falcons don't know what they're up against. They keep running into different problems. Yakinda pushing down Banana in the last round. Yes, it didn't work in the long run, but Yakinda did his job. 6-1 right now. FURIA, full control of this game. Falcons desperate. They need this round or they are broke, and FURIA will streak. They'll start to really run away. There is a missed Banana smoke, but Falcons aren't challenging either way. They've learned from the previous, those high damage HE mollies. So we're looking yet again at late Banana takes, this time from both teams. Yakinda re-clearing. He's alone at B with just the MP9. FURIA, maybe there's a tell, or maybe it's just a read, but Fallen's put 4 in the right place.
Yeah, well, I mean, we say Fallen always the type of captain who trusts in his gut, trusts in his read, and this is feeling like the right one. It's a heavy stack over here towards A. Are they ready for 2 players over on the long side? Fallen looking for this trade, will get it at least. That finds the 3-on-3. Yuri still in pit and still strong as ever. Now has support from Fallen. Flash might wreck him, but it's let him close the distance at least. Out with another. Fallen swinging and taking heads off as he locks in double digits as well. And when Fallen's creeping up the board like this, you know you're in for a good day.
Who's the star of FURIA? I forgot. Is it Fallen? 10-6, another multi-kill, another massive rifle impact. That's 3 players on Arch side fighting for FURIA.
I think, you know, this is one of the things that is so sick about this FURIA squad, because they have such good util, and I think in terms of the micro decisions and movements that they'll make in a round, they're actually, I think they're playing such a fantastic level. It makes them less dependent on individuals, and also it feels way easier for your individuals to find success when this is how you're playing. I don't know. Think about in some of these rounds when we've looked towards the Banana takes, the util's doing so much damage out of FURIA that you've largely scared Falcons away from going for it.
And it's not like you're throwing nades immediately down Banana every single round like it's default, because there's that level of expectation and respect. We're seeing late Banana takes, we're seeing Falcons and FURIA both jostle about 30 seconds into the round, and the nades still hit with perfect timing when FURIA are doing this. 7-1 of course, and Falcons on a half buy. Moments of individual output here in this game for Falcons, but converting rounds has not been there. Yakinda, without a deep smoke, these Deagles are dangerous. So it comes down. There's just no mollies to burn Yakinda out. He could commit in one of these 50-50 angles. And Falcons would not really be able to do much about it. It's a good round to do so. Yakinda walking down.
And he's got all this control now.
It's going to be a B fake here, but they're popping mid. And the B fake won't really work if you throw these nades. Okay, Modessy's doing a util instead. He's not throwing the kicks and set. Falcons just go for it.
Reblock a banana. Feels like Yakindar's going to play through that, so he's got a very, very fast flank here, and Fallen is already rotating. There's only a brief window where you've got this 5v3 over towards A. KSCERATO in with the first. It's a good trade for Kixan, but then you've got Yuri down here in the pit. It was just been a pillar in this A site, finally dealt with. Smoke push for Molodoy's punished as well, but this round's going to be all Kixan. 3 kills deep on the Deagle. And expected to give results in a 1v2. We've seen Tesses locked out of a number of these. How's Kixan going to fare?
What?
No better. Fallen takes the straight up fight.
His teammate's not even there. Fallen just goes for it. Knows the bomb's in the open. Knows Kixan's coming for it. Fallen just finishes the job. And man, you would not be getting such a simple game out of Furia if Yuri wasn't putting up this many multi-kills down in pit. He's constantly providing output.
He's just been a rock. It's terrifying. You know, when the pit player's always multi-killing like this, it really does hamper the A plays. Like, you feel it so much as Falcons. And it's even wilder when you think how often Furia have started triple B, how in some of these moments, Yuri is one of 2 players defending that A site. So him getting out with multi-kills feels that much more valuable.
Yeah, and we've not seen any kind of app setups for Furia in this game either, right? He's been on his own. He's been not set up in any regard to succeed. Yakindar throwing himself at NiKo. Finally, a 5v4 untraded for Falcons. What will they do with this advantage?
Reflash back in. It's KSCERATO playing support to Fallen in at Banana. So they hear the top banana presence. It looked like at first they weren't buying it, but Fallen's reconsidered and he's called for a heavy rotate.
Yeah, they know exactly what this is. Furia don't jump. They don't burn their util. That's what Falcons are trying to do with that smoke. Get the molly out. Get the smoke out. Instead, Furia go, hey, this is exactly what they're doing. They're going to recommit with an execute. It's the most standard thing to do in a 5v4 here. So Furia pull a 3rd player over. They've still got blocking util.
Molly down. Nade to blow this smoke open, and it's actually going to find Kyosuke on the cross.
Ouch.
It stopped this B hit. They're going back. They're going to try and join up with Tesses, but dude, the one guy that you really haven't wanted to run into is Yuri. NiKo making a ballsy move here through the smoke, has crept up through CT, and now could stick the landing on a backstab.
He's calling them back. 20 seconds.
There's so little time.
Can't mess this up. It's only Fallen here.
NiKo needs this kill, and he needs it clean, but look how suspicious Fallen is. NiKo gets his, but on the cross, Molodoy!
No!
Missed shot! Not a sentence you're used to saying! Bomb planted, NiKo with that wraparound, and the last second pullback of the rest of the Falcons. They'll find success. It takes them some time.
I was getting shades of Boston there for a moment, right? Pulling back to a late B hit with seconds to spare. If Fallen was more committed in that site and NiKo doesn't flush him out, he can get that 1 kill to win the round, and Molodoy had his chance as well. This shot.
Fulham was thinking something was up.
Yeah,
you saw him looking around. There was that swell from the crowd giving him a bit of a hint that something was happening, but I think he felt like he covered all his bases.
Yeah, NiKo really hit the perfect timing because he let Molodoy rotate out. He didn't go for the fight against the orb. Hey, if Molodoy hits it, it's a dominant game for Furia. Now Falcons have been given a chance to make 4 happen on this T side. Look how convoluted it is, though. Look what it comes down to. Millimeters of difference. Seconds that keep Falcons in it. And he knows what that kill would have meant.
Again with the banana skirmish. And Molodoy this time doesn't start over towards B. Instead looks for his first fight down through mid.
He heard them climb out. He's going to scope it. Oh, no need. No need indeed.
It doesn't matter where they come, doesn't matter where they go. If it's anywhere near the A site, Yuri is going to be a problem. That's what they're learning in this game. Another multi-kill from him. This aggression down through banana. It's the unlikely candidate. It's not Yakindar on the push. He's the one assisting on the rifle. Instead, it's Fallen taking a page out of your Kindar's book.
And m0NESY has been high and above the rest in this competition. 1.59 rating. As I said, no maps lost. Even ahead of number 2 and 3 in KSCERATO and Molodoi by a significant margin. But right now, he is nowhere to be seen. One T-side orb in this half, and it got shut out in Banana. Can m0NESY and Kixen do anything in this 2v5? Doesn't feel likely. You may as well play. You have the money for this. But at the same time, odds against the Falcons moving into a stacked B bomb site.
And they might just be, yeah, they're full saving. They're just going to get out with the AKs. They don't like this round. I mean, it's a 2-on-5. These rounds have felt really, really brutal. Even though they've, in terms of players alive, they've been kind of close, but it hasn't felt that way. Oftentimes, it's a slew of opening kills.
The save is kind of pointless. They get, 2,900 next round regardless. Like, they're getting decent cash. If they both died in the attempt, they would have still been able to buy everything that they saved. So it's a bit of a wasteful save, if anything. But either way, NiKo buys up the orb, drops it over. And FURIA onto a dominant Inferno right now. Can they double digit the CT side? Someone get Fallen a gun.
He's been listening to the Yakindar too much.
Bro's forgotten to buy. He doesn't even realize, Harry. He's just pistol out.
Yeah, the gun's back in spawn. Fallen didn't grab it. You hope that doesn't come back to haunt you in some way. Yakindar on aggressive pathing out towards Banana, gonna nail NiKo.
When will the penny drop?
Yuri with a good catch in the apartments again, and I mean, he's been taking more and more liberties with how he's playing this A site. No longer sitting back in the pit, Yuri's bringing the fight to them.
Don't even need it.
Fallen, it was all a part of a bigger plan maybe, as he rotates back around and gets his hands on that gun. Just in time to help pad out this A site.
And again, good info for FURIA. They know 2 players in the apartments. They know where the bomb is. FURIA, wait. FURIA, finish. There is nothing left in this half for the Falcons.
And you'd love a nice little round for Molodoi at the close if you're FURIA, because everyone else is hitting hard. The only frustrating signs have come from Molodoi. Instead, he's fed to Kixan out here in top middle. There's also no multi-kill Yuri in this round. Instead, it's Fallen over towards the pit. 12 kills deep is Fallen, and he's looking to close it in style as Fallen lines him up, knocks him down. There were big questions heading into Inferno. Falcons and what their form would be on this haunting map. Well, FURIA have just run away with that half.
FURIA speedrun this semi-final, and Falcons fall flat on their face. 10-2 at the half, the worst start, and maybe the first map loss for the Falcons all tournament long. It's getting delivered by FURIA. Back-to-back wins over this very team. We thought maybe today it would change, but FURIA making it the same, making it even more one-sided.
Yeah, and you can't just not, you can't not love the form that you're getting out of this FURIA squad. Even today, right, with Moldoy having a slightly slower opening than you're used to, there's just so many folks willing and ready to fill the void, Fallen included at 14 and 7.
Like,
he hasn't just been calling a great game, which, make no mistake about it, he has. If you're the Falcons, you felt like you walked into a stack in every single round.
Fallen
On top of that, he's hitting really hard, man.
He's the second most multi-kills in this map, obviously to Yuri with 6. But 100 ADR for Fallen in the Big 25 against the super team Falcons. Well, they're going to need a pistol here, or we can talk about Mirage.
And they're going into just a 2-man hold. Kicks out, even though he's playing Speedway for a faster rotate, he's lent towards B. He's in the wrong place. And so you're looking at m0NESY, you're looking at Tessez, and you're thinking, you guys have got to do it. You got to get a multi-kill. Oh, and m0NESY will deliver it. There's the support. Oh. Another from m0NESY. Absent all game, but shows up for the pistol. Leaves it just on KSCERATO, and he's a dead man. Maybe that ignites a bit of a spark for m0NESY. Haven't had to say his name at all thus far on Inferno.
It's not too late. Right? That's what the Falcons have to say to themselves at this point. It is never too late. 10-2 down, pistol round. And the comeback begins now. Excellent shots for m0NESY. And FURIA take a full eco. Just Yakindo on the Deagle. Saw the NiKo Deag find a pick in mid. Or will there be some vengeance here? Not yet. Smoke down. The FURIA, who are definitely taking this seriously. Even at 10-3, in no hurry to get to their first buy round.
I mean, dude, this is a team that make fantastic micro and macro decisions. And in rounds like this, you know, it's just the value of having them waste some util, playing slow so they burn it all, forcing maximum reinvestment, giving yourself a bit of time to plan for what lies ahead, and try and milk this Deag, man. Try and get away with some kills.
Let Falcons soak in this, right? They still have an anxious feeling. I'm sure 10-3 down, a pistol's nice, but you know you've got to be near flawless from this point, so let them soak in that. Let them breathe. Yakindo waits with the Deag, no connection. 30 seconds. Fallen's turn.
I mean, I love how often these two are together, Fallen and the Yakindo. Very much the brains of the operation. Fallen gets out with one, of course.
Oh, hello.
Yakindo's been able to grab a FAMAS here. They know about him. He's only got 15 seconds, and he does want to die. So just gives them that kill for free.
m0NESY another triple back-to-back. Makes the scoreline prettier at least. But it's all about the gun round now as FURIA by full. So are there legs on this game?
Not going to have that m0NESY AWP from the get-go. If you remember, Moldoy bought it out as soon as he could in that first half.
That's thanks to all those force buys.
m0NESY will have to wait and get it done with the rifle for now. And a tame start to this round. No crazy challenge for Banana. Instead, going on a second timing here of FURIA. Hope of that is he dodged some of these nades, he dodged the early Banana fight, but it hasn't really panned out. Yuri and KSCERATO both softened up.
Yeah, Moldoy shot Yuri in the head there. Good grenade from Kyosuke earlier. KSCERATO down half, but now FURIA feeling a bit more bolstered on this push. Kixon has one more HE if you can try and time it. FURIA ready to take back car.
Yeah, right, that's right, as the retake util comes in, and that's a big problem.
Wow.
You're trapped in the mollies. KSCERATO handed a free double kill, and I mean, that's a green light to go for this B site. That's all the invitation you need. It's only NiKo here. This has got to be a mowdown or else the round's over. And maybe a hope of a comeback with it, because KSCERATO in form, 3 entries, round secured.
Can't even say that that was like a counter for FURIA. It was just great timing. They threw both mollies as Falcons went for that retake at top B, and Falcons just get cooked in it. Committed by the corner molly and stuck in the car molly. Nowhere to go. Very unfortunate way to lose your first gun round, especially at this scoreline. And KSCERATO's triple entry puts FURIA right there on the doorstep of their map pick.
It's funny because FURIA had a lot more planned in that round. You could tell with Yakindar posturing in mid, they'd thrown a long smoke for him to try and, you know, lurk and take some space, but none of it was needed. Sometimes everything just goes so well that the plan can go right out the window, and that's exactly what happens here. I don't even think like this is a bit of a dream scenario in a way for FURIA. I don't think you need to see the full breadth of this T side. They're already in such a powerful position. You could just do it the easy way right here. If you win this, you win Inferno. You don't have to show anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel like you particularly tried that hard. You got handed a fantastic chance in that previous round. You grabbed it, and now you have the opportunity to break the Falcons with little to no resistance in this first map.
And I think you just stay on B if you're FURIA at this point, right? Because you know this is where some of the bigger issues that Falcons have had on this map have been, right? It's KSCERATO with role changes, position changes on a map he's fairly uncomfortable on. It's, you know, Kixon, weaker rifler on this squad. This is the exploitable site. Don't run into NiKo and m0NESY. And that orb might never appear for m0NESY CT side if FURIA just follow up right now and deliver a knockout blow. So let's see if they just stick to this B bomb site and take this game quick and clean. Falcons pistol opened up a world, but that portal's getting closed. Zero damage received.
Yeah, you're very happy with how you come out of that nade skirmish. You've done a lot back the other way.
And look at the gamble again. Falcons feel like they have to do this at this scoreline. They just have to rely on a read.
And I mean, trying to outplay Fallen, you know, trying to outread him when he's calling from the front can feel nigh on impossible. I mean, not only does he have great reads, but he's anticipating the pressure is on for Falcons here. He's expecting a bit of a gamble. And so in a way, just looking to call their bluff. This idea, well, they wouldn't go for the B hit straight up twice, right? Yakindar's trying to sell this out in mid, did this in the last round as well, but it won't feel like a tell to Falcons.
If FURIA just go right now, they're going to win the round, and that info might be enough to send them in. Smoke in the way, FURIA do not stop.
One man here, Kixan burning alive, gets out with one at least, needs even more, and the flashes are brutal. You might have to go for this, Falcons. Times are very desperate. 2 players coming in up through Banana. Keisuke and NiKo. The rifle talent for the Falcons try and move in. They get past Fallen, but has he just sold this position for Molidoy? It's a bait and switch. And again, we saw it yesterday. Fallen always willing to set this guy up. This time it lets him down. KSCERATO's got to do it. Plays the trigger discipline, swings it, and Keisuke, an important trade to stop the FURIA victory coming in here and now.
Oh, that's surprising for KSCERATO. He takes that shot, he goes for the bomb tap, rather than the guy he's got the free kill on and can tuck in knowing he'll never get stuck. But Molidoy, man, set up, poised perfectly for the round, maybe feeling like the shout from the crowd makes him want to just go for the kill, doesn't line him up, doesn't take his time. Whiffs his opportunity. Molidoy has had some shaky rounds in this game, and still FURIA sit 11-5, but that was the best opportunity to make this game end easy.
Think about the pace of the rounds we've seen thus far from FURIA. They've been very, very slow. It would be a very Fallen type move to suddenly change that now. right as Falcons are getting a bit more comfortable, and they have come through with a more aggressive move.
Okay, m0NESY's got his orb. That's what you were trying to avoid. That was worst case scenario, but Molodoy's got his as well. And as Yakinda said, they may have m0NESY, but we've got Molodoy. Can he make up for it in this B hit?
Good stuff for Kixan. Been getting good output from him on the B holds in these last 2 rounds. He gets his one, slows the roll of the B take. Still threatening, still an issue. Might be time to lend some time to Yakinda. He's been waiting in the wings to get activated on these A-lurks. Right now, he's a 1v1 for this site control.
Yeah, a lot more room than he realizes. The bomb goes back as well.
Falcons are trying to get ahead of this. They brought NiKo around early, so he's here on a good timing. Just going to dodge the AWP on long as he slips out through the library.
Who dodged who?
So 2 players to deal with, even a clear out of Kixan. This is a ballsy move to make in the silence of this round, but he's done it and will be rewarded for it. Now a better idea, but the hit's coming, and the hit's coming fast. Yuri with a blinding opener. Are they ready for NiKo as that second player? Yuri is! Molodoy holding on for rotates. Doesn't feel the need to hang around, stick it out in top mid. Instead, they just play around this bomb. They know the pressure is on the Falcons, who are lagging behind, a man down in a game that is rapidly getting away from them. And this might be done.
I think it is. No chance with m0NESY's kit out of there. And Molodoy, even just that back up there shows the difference, right? You're trying to play safe enough that you win the round from position. If he hangs around, it's the only way they lose. Kixan gets that kill. Suddenly it's a 2v2. It entices Falcons. Molodoy's reposition keeps it safe, knowing he's not having a super game. So just decides to win it by position. Nice kill from m0NESY, but it's only exits. Nothing to cheer for Falcons, 12-5.
It doesn't feel good. You know, you're hitting the flashy shots. m0NESY maybe feeling like he's warmed up into this game a bit, but he's just been getting dodged. Right?
He didn't get a T-side AWP, he got one.
Couple of opportunities he's had to strike with this AWP. He's hit the shots. They've looked pretty. They've looked nice. But if you're in the wrong place, it doesn't matter. And really, you know, if you're FURIA here, you know the only threatening thing in the round is meant to be that AWP. So you can go, you can find it, and then just put distance, get away from it.
Yeah, and Fallen's had some great calls in this game and some even better kills at times, but Yuri has got to be the MVP for FURIA. The rock-solid defenses on A, and now just getting that double entry in the 3v3. That was the difference maker. Apps control taken. m0NESY here, you hope he gets the chance to play into a round. Kixan and Kyosuke versus the Fangs of FURIA. KSCERATO, Yuri, and Molodoy work banana.
The nades have continued to be super punishing, and just great knowledge that, you know, they might have looked to go about one of these mid-round banana takes. They employ the double mollies again to keep everything sound, everything safe on this offensive at B. They take the space away, and you feel like you're in a pretty good spot here. You've got all the util out of the Falcons. You know you've got them entrenched and not budging from their sights.
Good read from Falcons. I say that, NiKo just starts to move out. This is last second. This is the wrong way.
I mean, up until now, whenever it's been only one smoke coming over, that's Yakinda on a lurk, on a fake. And so they've rotated out of position. They've misread what this smoke means.
Just m0NESY.
m0NESY AWP. It better hit hard. That shot sails past, and that's going to cost you. Yuri wrapping in. 10 seconds. One man in the sight. Felled straight away. Tesses barely gets to fire. And this might be a very convincing close. Inferno, if you're the Falcons, you know that this is one of your weak points. You know teams are going to look to exploit it. They've largely dodged it here in Chengdu. But this serving as a shocking reminder as to the soft underbelly of the Falcons. It's been exposed again. And FURIA bite down on it, looking for a clean opening map in this semi-final. And there it is. Don't get cleaner than that. 13-5 domination from FURIA to open up their semi-final run.
Clinical work, Fallen masterclass, not just individual output, but perfect reads on that CT side. And even though opportunity was given back to Falcons, a pistol round in the second half, FURIA handle business with ease. Mirage up next, salute beating. FURIA with fangs, with fire, with venom, forge forward into that grand final, or Falcons drag us to nuke. Let's find out.
Now here in China, NiKo, probably the biggest fan favorite. And they call him the soft-legged shrimp because of his propensity to crumble and crack under pressure. Now's not the time for it. m0NESY, 2 kills in this pistol. A bit more damage downrange, but KSCERATO immediately comes in from behind. m0NESY dead, and that double kill, well, now it's going to be capitalized on by KSCERATO and TeSeS.
Oh, and m0NESY was ready to go on a heater. That smoke push has dropped the bomb. It's thrown the round into disarray.
Yuri sits back. He's got Fallen here helping him out. And again, FURIA have shown us one thing in this, and that's that they know when the pressure is on the Falcons to make a move. And in those moments, very often, they don't look to give anything away. Spot for TeSeS gets the info that Yuri's still floating around at the spawn. It's Fallen they don't know about. They have no idea where KSCERATO's gotten to. There's the info at least.
Ooh, okay.
Good catch on Fallen. He was the unknown quantity. TeSeS plays it forward. So what's KSCERATO got in this 1v2? KSCERATO, he's got 1 health. Breaks the vent. Hopes that that's a bit of misdirection, a spot of it, but won't be the case as Falcons double down and commit to the A play.
3-1.
KSCERATO, that's a good catch. That's KSCERATO dead low. Leaves it all on TeSeS. He had a number of opportunities to clutch. Back on Inferno. None of them went his way, but this one, he's playing it as safe as you possibly can. Defuse, another tap for KSCERATO to try and force this fight, and there's the swing! No time left. KSCERATO, all the kills, but a pistol round secured to open up Mirage. Falcons have a chance to make up for that drought on Inferno.
Yeah, good save there for the Falcons, slowing it down in the 2v3. Felt like it was going very, very wrong with that bomb loose, but able to hunt down spawn players, and it's that puts the fear in KSCERATO. They could go B, they could wrap CT. 1v1 for KSCERATO felt like a risk, but TeSeS, safe pair of hands here for the Falcons, delivers them the pistol round. FURIA force up. KSCERATO, A1S. And I want to see a better game from KSCERATO here, because although he has played on the stage, this is without a doubt the biggest one yet. And when there's a conversation about Molodoi v him for Rookie of the Year, you just feel like Molodoi exerts so much pressure in the server, and we've yet to see that from KSCERATO in these huge games, in these must-win games. KSCERATO felled in B, Yuri cleared as well. And so KSCERATO or not, Falcons will do it. Getting rid of that force buy from FURIA. I just want to see his presence be more apparent.
Yeah, it's about like the only line of questioning you still have to run, right? And you can see some players look like a completely different person when it comes to playing on the big stages. You still don't exactly know, how KSCERATO fares there.
Yeah, and it's still a great question to have for both teams, right? Because even for FURIA, I mean, Molodoi looked a little bit shaky last map. Played fine, played great in the group stage even. On a stage. but it's a little bigger here today, as you can see, and a little bit more on the line. So for these two very young players entering their first year at Tier 1 competition, it's all about these last couple of events, these last couple of outings, especially in the playoffs.
Still a potentially threatening round here. Another hero M4 for KSCERATO.
Thanks, Fallen.
And Molodoy trying to get involved with that scout early. He'll meet m0NESY over in middle.
Another miss.
He won't like what he sees. Yekindar goes fishing for that scout. He might look to put that in the hands of Fallen.
Map where Falcons can play more methodical, can play more spread out. Isn't just a funnel into bomb sites. Able to flash m0NESY into ladder here. He's in a strong position, but he's low health from that scout.
Even though FURIA made a lot of moves in this round, they're on the wrong side of the map, and the only guy that could actually stop this round from happening is Fallen, and he's the guy with the USP.
Yeah, it's a good rotate for Yekindar, but I don't know why KSCERATO hasn't decided to move. I feel like you want to make the gamble in this round. Yuri's big flank round through T-spawn, and still KSCERATO might just be looking to save Fallen and Yekindar. Not long for this round.
Yeah, try and extract some value on your way out, because this is a Falcons round. There's nothing you can do about it. It would be really nice to find this cleanly if you're the Falcons. No further challenges coming through. Yekindar, the only hope to do some damage here on the way out. It's looking like they've made a lot of money to open up on Mirage. So all right, this is the first set of moves to try and course correct for the Falcons. Pistol round secured. Clean conversions on the back of it, 9 out of a possible 10 staying alive in the last 2. It's about as nice a start you could have hoped for. We have that Molodoy making another appearance here, going to be keeping a watchful eye on him. Didn't do a lot on Inferno, but didn't have to. Here on Mirage, more will be demanded of Molodoy.
He's going to force it as well, down under. Orb connects, Tessa's out of the round. Molodoy leaves with his life. Yekindar, nice fight to m0NESY, who commits to the spray, and Falcons fall 2 down at the start of this rifle. If you remember FURIA in middle against Mongols, they were constantly active, constantly present, harassing this util down under.
They missed the mid-smoke as well. It didn't land in the window, and so had to waste another now. It's left them with really no util to try and actually get this round going. That's their final smoke used there. And so you have to do something around mid. You've got to look for some leeway. Kixan tries to provide it.
Okay.
Molodoy nails the follow-up through connector.
He saw him. No, he missed him.
Fallen. Something's brought his attention back to the apartments, and NiKo dead on the smoke walk. This is a FURIA that just come off the back of playing the Mongols in that quarterfinal, and you know to watch smokes, you know to keep an eye on them. It's right at the forefront of Fallen's mind. He stops that smoke push, and with it, the round just kind of fizzles out here.
Hey, the benefit here is that FURIA only get 1 player pushing through each smoke, right? Previously, it was the entire team, all of Mongols rushing B-apps, rushing through connector smoke. Right now, they just get handed a series of 1v1s, and only KSCERATO falls. Molodoy follows up with a 3rd kill on the AWP, and he enters this semi-final. Was mostly a non-factor on Inferno, despite the one-sided scoreline. Was not required. Surplus here for FURIA. Well, now demand goes up. And Molodoy delivers with the AWP. m0NESY's got his as well. Gonna get this head-to-head.
Yeah, head-to-head we were largely deprived of Inferno, with both AWPers really taking a long time to get going, and m0NESY not getting to field the AWP too much. Mid conceded in this round. So FURIA, do they want to try and retake this space?
They've read it wrong right now, they're heavy B.
That'll change when Molodoy gets a hold of the apartment's angle. It's just, will that happen in time for more players to be shuffled over towards A?
m0NESY's been waiting, now's the time.
Oh, flash. Dodged by m0NESY, and a kill gifted over for a 5v4. And now this A site really has your attention if you're the Falcons. You've got the opener. FURIA beginning to rotate over, but they're not going to beat the util. And so we look to Yuri. He was the multi-kill man on map 1. Teammates barreling through these smokes to try and help him. Yuri gets out with the first. That's it. End of the line. Falcons break through. And a rare misread from Fallen, and the rest of the gang sees them just on the wrong side of the map in this round.
They put that Brazilian pair together on the A side, but the whole map was quiet. FURIA feeling like they had no tell, wanted to just make the gamble. And Falcons walk it over easily. Couple of entries, that flash falling a little bit too low. Doesn't blind m0NESY down in pit. The opener goes a long way here from the AWP, 4-1 lead. Falcons well and truly back in the game. Jumping through off of one of these, getting more common pistol wins, right? Winning 2 out of 3 pistols in this tournament. 66%. Far better go at things here. And it needed to be here on Mirage. It could not afford to go anywhere like that first map for the Falcons.
All right, Fallen AWP enjoyers. Second AWP purchased up for FURIA. Professor gets to don his.
More the merrier.
Smoke breakout in middle. KSCERATO handed a freebie. Kiyasuke continues to just be in the pocket of FURIA on these mid plays.
Another 5v4 that they still look to extend. Yakinda fights forward, but he makes a lot of noise and doesn't get reaction. FURIA realize mid is clear. And Will Tessez joined this team for the hit. He is a long way out. Falcons floating back in spawn, uncertain about their call here. Kixon, Motormouth on the camera. Piecing it together. He's going to throw the set piece here. FURIA, well ready. 3 players in the site and a 4th in window.
You would love it if m0NESY could find a way to get you an opening. FURIA, they just committed to go and re-clear middle. There's the blind. Fallen can't see anything, and so it's just Yuri as the stack is melted. KSCERATO moving over, going to try his hand at the smoke push, maybe. Thinking about it, there's the flash to tee him up. Molodoy gets him in. KSCERATO does the rest, just let him rip. Brings it down to this 1v1. Captain versus the star, and Kixan is wounded. Molodoy hangs back. Once more, knowing the pressure rests on the Falcons in this situation.
Scary.
Kixan trying to piece together, where is that AWP? Where is Molodoy? Plant now found as Molodoy closes the distance. It's been calm that Kixan's low, and he's gotten very, very close. Miss on that jump shot. And so Molodoy, given the room, given the space, and he plays that one with his brain, not with the aim.
Absolutely perfect for Molodoy. Just tucking in makes Kixon so cautious about every position on the map. He has to clear CT. He's scared of ramp. He knows he can't cover everything. And Molodoy moves in off of the info. Awkward jump spot. Just missing the catch on Molodoy that could have given Kixon the kill. But this was the play for KSCERATO that wins it all. Is what got Kixon off the plant. Got him 2 kills and a dink. High impact round from KSCERATO.
We talked about how clean the early few rounds for Falcons were. They start to hit the limit of the money now. And if they don't find success here, they'll be broken. Suddenly, FURIA clawing this game back way faster than you might have anticipated.
Another disadvantage round pulled out. And money on the line for both teams here. Honestly, closest spawn to middle.
Molodoi also had a great spawn for mid, so maybe we get a clash.
I'm going to get the Monacy B pick, looking for a jump spot. Fallen has been just jumping B all tournament. But deep Molotov first makes Monacy fall back and reconsider.
Oh, Yikinda, this is a risky spot to be in. Gets the info top mid, but if he hangs around for too long, Monacy is closing in on this lower push. Molodoi here to cover, and there's the clash of the AWPers. Monacy, he doesn't know what just hit him.
You're not ready for an AWP. You hear Yikinda throwing all that util, jumping around. Your team are calling as an active comp player. And Monacy's walked in to an AWP.
I mean, the more Molodoi can kind of try and find some comfort in that head-to-head, the better. I think he would start to feel invincible very, very quickly. You take Monacy down a couple of times. We talked about the similarities between these two. And they're two very fast, very flashy AWPers.
I mean, Molodio's already got two 1v1 clutches with his USP in this series. Back with Inferno through the smoke here onto Kixon. He's had a couple of moments of high impact, even if they're not flashy. Now add on that head-to-head that you talk about. Cooking with gas. This is a crazy push for Fallen in a 5v4. He's back-to-back with Tessen, turns around, and they know B's open, they'll take
That's a huge gap created by this kill. KSCERATO trying to plug it. Has to be the difference maker here. Teammates tagged on the cross as Yikinda's brought down low. We look to KSCERATO to be the hero. 2 kills back, and that keeps FURIA in this. Falcons don't want to feel like they let a huge opportunity get away from them. Rarely will you get a round as easy as this with that kill onto Fallen, opening up a B plant. And so they want to hold on. Both players teed up at the back of the site. NiKo's the one being more active, trying to move. KSCERATO just rooted in place, hoping he can find his impact a little bit later. But they're scaling towards him. NiKo holds for that cross. Molodoi kept his eyes on the prize the whole time. And this would be a very different clutch to add. Shot rallies past, and Molodoi forced wide right into the arms of NiKo. A safe pair of hands in that clutch. And Falcons will maintain this lead.
NiKo in a clutch is always a delight. You know, he's got aim, he's got brain, he's got everything you need. Seeing him in a lot more passive positions in this team, allowing room for some of his younger stars. And NiKo closes out the 1v1, playing it to perfection. Just what Falcons needed on this T side. Trading rounds back and forth, breaking the money here.
There's been some money put into this round for FURIA. Monacy actually just nailed an opener as Yuri tried to sprint on past with the Deagle and try his hand at that ramp fight, but look what they've crowdfunded. Molodoi gets an AWP, doesn't even have armor to go behind this. It's a full glass cannon AWP. Risky purchase, risky investment, but you've seen they have a lot of faith in this guy.
This is a pretty crazy buy, though. He knows they'll fund him later, but for now, you need results. Falcons are heating up in this T side. Another group mid-take. FURIA don't have the util to harass. Molodoi just needs dry fights. Monacy again moves in.
Bare minimum, you're not expecting this. You're not expecting he's found his way onto an AWP. You've seen Deagles in this round. You know their money's low. But you only have the element of surprise for that first kill. KSCERATO lands one on the Deagle, gets the spot. Monacy, cover provided and the AWP removed. FURIA going to focus ahead and look for this bomb site. Yikinda sitting idly by.
No
now
way.
there's a bit of chaos in the mix. Fallen backstab comes in. And NiKo again, a clutch required, a clutch requested, but request denied. FURIA had no business winning that round.
This jungle smoke push has punished Falcons twice over. Fallen with the 5-7. Pocket rocket. 2 headshots in the back, and Yikinda perfect play, hiding out in plain sight on default. FURIA win with nothing. That's 5v3.
And it's one that leaves you feeling red in the face if you're the Falcons. You were in the turning point of this game. You were at that point in the game where you can just take control. You're in pole position. You would have been in control of the money for the remainder of this first half. Instead, now you're broke and you're relying on a hero purchase. NiKo entrusted with the AK to try and get the ball rolling on this. There was the chance. Fallen not going to give you that jump again. And the util comes in to slow their roll. Might leave it to a bit of spam. It's not looking bad. Oh, just shy of KSCERATO.
0 damage, poor guy. That felt dead on. Centimeters, the difference.
And now you've been blocked at B, you've been blocked in lower. You know you've been spotted there with the rifle, so you feel like the jig is up on this B play. And that's actually when FURIA decide to go and get inquisitive. They boost the player up. They put KSCERATO quietly up towards the apartments. Made on this smoke. Molidoy doesn't see anything in middle, not yet. Bit of misinfo because they are out in mid.
Yeah, they hear that jump back. I wonder if they boost up now. It wouldn't be a bad move, but do you really want to dedicate the AK? NiKo's looking for a kill. Trying to open something up here. Falcons' only hope in this round is on the shoulders of NiKo. Up short, all 5.
They've got 20 seconds. This is a really tight round. You've got to be explosive in this close. Playing a delay might be the best bet, and they lose KSCERATO in an instant. Rotates arrive. Fallen can't keep him at bay.
Nice
Molidoy can. Bomb makes it in. They're going to try and charge this down. Will m0NESY be able to get there in time? He's got to clutch up now. Can't protect KSCERATO. It's m0NESY or it's bust.
They know he doesn't. Oh!
Play denied. Tries to get sneaky. Tries to get tricky with it. And FURIA sniff him out. Yuri with eyes on. So no heroics on the hero AK for NiKo.
Yeah, almost had an element of surprise in that clutch, but just too many targets. I love the pace change for FURIA, realizing when Molidoy gets that cross shot on KSCERATO, we have the advantage. They're playing the bomb, their hands busy. Let's keep the pressure on. They run outdoor. They do not let Falcons get comfortable in what was a very, very close round. Falcons cracking it open with 15 seconds up short. But still FURIA nipping at the heels of Falcons, 1 round behind. And this should be theirs. No armor, just Eagles. Oh!
All right.
Revenge is sweet.
The pocket AWP for m0NESY puts FURIA's AWP in his pocket.
The head-to-head is very fun.
NiKo, he wants the same level of success. Dead on the lurkout through Palace. Falcons starting to make up their mind about where they want this round to end. They've got some util here for KSCERATO to try and make this B play happen. And with FURIA so dedicated to mid and still having a player over towards A, these rotates are very far away. Fallen is operating entirely alone here.
Got to be careful. That's a missed nade as well. He's got 13 bullets in the mag. They get closer and closer with that flash. Oh, Glock is distracting. Fallen can't finish more than 2. The M4 needs to be reloaded. So FURIA, can they continue to flood? Falcons can't get comfortable. Pushing up short, m0NESY, no armor, no chance, and no plant. Kicks and dances behind the site, and they double-date him out. FURIA up to 5 rounds on this CT side.
You know, for a team that's super mobile, it feels like it's really, really hard to get FURIA rattled. They rarely look flustered, even there with a route opening over towards B. It's been a way in for Falcons a couple of times now, and they just look real composed on these retakes. There, they put so much pressure on that the bomb doesn't even get planted. And that will come to matter. m0NESY, even though he gets the AWP here, doesn't have armor behind it. That's where a bomb plant would have given you the extra cash, would have allowed this buy to feel that much prettier. But that was denied, and Molidoy's AWP continues to find success. 5 on 4. Oh my God, m0NESY! Step aside. Molidoy, hot hands, goes swinging for a 3rd, and KSCERATO lets him know that's 1 too many.
Oh,
Fallen dead as well, as KSCERATO's finally on for a round. Why not make it all 5?
They don't have the bomb.
Gotta waste time going back for it. Yuri, no. Yuri, no, hang on.
Setting
Surely
up
he's just going short.
Yeah, he's setting
he's just
up
going
cats.
short. Not going to uncover the bomb.
This is still weird.
Gives him a temporary window for this 1v1 over at the B site. KSCERATO, this round can't be in vain. He's done so much for the Falcons.
Yuri might hear these steps.
Now he knows. Knows they're still back in the apartments. Now it comes together for FURIA. They piece it together. They know that bomb is coming in late. KSCERATO, you are waiting for him to get going. You are waiting for him to really leave a mark. Will this be the round that does it? Or is this a bittersweet memory? Oh, no, it's all five. KSCERATO, welcome to the stage. Salvation for the Falcons. Does what was promised with a jaw-dropping ace to bring them back in a Mirage.
About damn time, and just perfect. Every step of the way, every trade required. Quick and clean. Whoa. And even the finish. Giving something for Falcons to ride on. A 6-round half at bare minimum. All of Molodoy's early impact gone. He's still the standout player for his team. And he's got another AWP to try and even this up.
Yeah, Molodoy and FURIA gets the donk treatment. You know, whenever he wants that orb, he's going to get it. Even if it's the only thing they can afford in the round, they'll have faith in Molodoy.
Almost got picked
Yeah,
there.
the clash of the AWPers right off the top of the round, but a missed shot from Monacy, and so this AWP is still in play.
Thankful Yuri knows his util. And he's made this play a lot. KSCERATO is jiggling at this time. Spotted, and KSCERATO is having none of that. Any further and you're dead. But he feels like getting spotted by Loa means that play is not going to go. So as Yakinda covers his back, Molodoy holds from the front. Kicks him dry. Good tag.
Gonna scare you away from middle, seeing the AWP so aggressive, seeing Molodoy so pushed up. And with so much of the round having just been kind of setting up this staging area around mid, now you have to change the plan. You've got 45 seconds left to come up with something, Kixan. For the Falcons, it might just be back over towards this A site, and FURIA have the read. A third player making his way over. It's Molodoy with the AWP. Gonna be in the right place to put it to work.
Not much time for this execute. KSCERATO from under.
Yuri remains tucked. Molodoy scoped in at ramp. They're gonna let Monacy lead the way. Those AWPs clash.
Yuri or nothing.
Last time they didn't clear this, it ended up costing them the round. Yuri in with 2. KSCERATO on this lurk gets involved.
Still need the plant.
End up in even odds. No way to deny this for FURIA. So the plant found. KSCERATO bears down upon the jungle of FURIA. Locked out of a split half. It's Falcons leading the charge, spearheaded by KSCERATO and Monacy.
After being blown out of Inferno, Falcons stabilize. They find their form. 17 rounds on Mirage as m0NESY and Molodoi go tit for tat. It is the Falcons' orb to send it further and make the difference by the end of the T side. A huge ace from KSCERATO that keeps them in this game on the stage. Falcons lead now on their map pick of Mirage. It's Fallen who's got to solve the problem.
Yeah, we had a pretty measured pace in that first half, right? For the most part, Falcons electing to try and find solutions in the mid-round, and so that meant everything was quite slow, quite tame, with these explosive conclusions. And so let's see how FURIA, how Fallen tries to manipulate that in this second half.
What an unorthodox pistol, but Falcons get so much info off of that early ramp push, they might start to rotate B, and because FURIA don't know this, setting up for a B explosion, Falcons may be able to rotate in time. m0NESY's taken his silencer off, saying, come get me, I'm right here. 3 and soon to be 4 at B. I don't think Yakinda's little fake here out under is going to change much.
Oh, KSCERATO catches him in middle. Oh, Tessa's dead straight away, even though he's teed up with flashes from NiKo, but there's more where that came from at this B side. That earlier stack now comes to fruition. Molodoi and Fallen looking to claw this back. It's the student and the master. NiKo put in a box, and only KSCERATO left standing. Pistol would bring FURIA right back into the conversation. Can KSCERATO stop them? They've got the info. Molodoi and Fallen, 2 apiece. And that's FURIA from a man down on that B exec into a stack, getting out with the win.
Really let down there in the B side from Tessas. He has dualies, he has flash set up, he has perfect position, can't connect a single kill. Players jumping in his face. KSCERATO delivers a 5v4, gets rid of the lurker. It's meant to keep pressure on the backline, rotates, and even though Falcons have a full B stack, they can't stop FURIA. Fallen and Molodoi put a pistol downrange. And we have a force buy from the Falcons. This game can flip on its head very quickly. They need these Deegs. They have to connect for Falcons or they are in a spot of bother.
Just getting dealt in it. A exec as well. Smokes down. Tried the spam, and that's 2 kills found through the smokes.
Ouch.
No accounting for just how disastrously this one went. He didn't even see a FURIA player. You die on these exec smokes.
This is now going to be a very hard game for the Falcons, even on CT side. It's going to be 8-7 before they get a rifle round. And when they do, they've got FURIA breathing down their neck, searching for a 2-0. A team that made it to the semifinals without dropping a map. Now facing their biggest fears. In a series they're yet to win since these roster changes. FURIA eliminated them at Cologne. Same in Belgrade.
To test your calmness under pressure, right? Because up until now, even when FURIA have been getting rounds, they've been playing from the back foot the whole time. They're about to overtake you. They're about to find themselves in the lead. They haven't done that yet here on Mirage. They've been close. They've been at scorelines much like this, where they tie it up, but never been in pole position. CT side as well, important to note, right? They're very, very reliant on finding success as soon as your first rifle round comes in. This is good results over here in middle, and the bomb's also dropped back in spawn, so that's going to take the pace out of this round temporarily. You actually have a 3v2 at this A site.
Yeah, FURIA just needs to take space, and they've done so. Putting Yakinda in spawn gives them position, gives them control, and they can rotate that bomb in. It's not panic stations just yet. But bomb's got to cross, and that's another problem. Yuri provides cover as Molodoi's caught changing weapons, throwing that bomb into the site. Yuri with a plant, and Tessas with a flash. It's NiKo.
All that does is tell Yakinda where they're coming from. And so he will not open himself up to CT. Doesn't feel like he has to.
Smart move.
Now you hear it's an AK in the hands of, you're probably presuming NiKo, and you decide you want nothing to do with it. Yakinda plays for their save
Cheeky.
and plays to deny it, hanging out on the other side of the murder hole. He wants to try and take this AK back, and you just heard NiKo firing off. You know he's here. You know you've got him trapped.
Go get him.
No harm, no foul in going for this. They chase him down, and they've got him boxed in. NiKo doesn't want to give up the goods. Just barely gets out with this AK intact.
It's still a really nice play for Yakinda, right? Like you said, the reposition, the fact that he doesn't give the fight to NiKo in spawn means Falcons cannot win that round. NiKo will get away with the AK. That is something into the first full buy. But it feels like that game back at Cologne, where is KSCERATO trying to keep Falcons in it, despite Furia's best efforts. Another big double kill from him. NiKo sprays the smoke and gets his revenge again. Yakinda dead first.
Oh, Molidoy, you're going to have to hit a flick.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're going to have to hit a gnarly flick. Caught on the jump up. An ugly death to give away. And so an instant 5-on-3 for the Falcons. You wanted them starting strong if there was to be a competitive second half here. And that's exactly what they give us. It's kills from the captain, from NiKo with that scavenged AK, putting it to work.
Yeah, awkward one for Molidoy. He's been having a far better map here on Mirage, but caught moving. Kixon chooses not to overcommit, and the orb bears down upon Yuri. FURIA, all they've got is this A site. Attempt to execute again. m0NESY brings that orb. Background CT spawn. FURIA really want to give this a go.
You might feel like you don't have to if you're FURIA. Grouping 3 over in Palace. It could just be the save called.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
You're not desperate enough in this game yet. You hold on to this. You still have a nice look at the next round, including having an AWP in play. And we know they like to prioritize making sure Molidoy gets it as often as possible.
Oh, that's one way to do it.
But this whole round comes down to a spam kill from NiKo and an awkward missed jump out of Molidoy over towards ramp, just handing the opening kills to the Falcons. You're very happy with this, because we were talking about the pressure that comes to the CT side, the pressure on this first rifle round. Not only do you win it, but it's not much of a fight to get there. You get out with 5 alive, you make a bit of money now. And so you give yourself more staying power on Mirage.
Yeah, it makes everything super clear, because Falcons get out 5 alive. They get to build their own economy on the CT side, but they also know that FURIA will be buying full. They'll have the orb, they'll have everything they need. So there's no questions here for the Falcons about the stakes of this next rifle round. All to play for in number 17. Quick smokes into middle. Fallen on the pistol, and Molidoy tries again. Kicks and crossing late. Ooh, lucky to be alive as Molidoy crouches that angle. m0NESY reveals his AWP in middle, and FURIA go straight into A.
Yeah, A site was conceded when Kixan crossed. So you're on for a retake here. Nade on the smoke. Meant to net you a kill crossing. Miss from m0NESY. Bomb makes it in. Leaving it to spam, but nothing comes through for the Falcons. It's a 5v5 retake, a real test of your metal now.
Oof, how do you do this? Full group spawn. m0NESY's got 2 flashes. They can send them in, but they've got to move quick. They can't hesitate, and even then.
So early in the round, they have full util left, so want to try and get that in to help you out.
Claustrophobic grouping here. Lots of fights very quickly.
So much time ticked off this bomb. They're leaving it to the last possible second, and that might come back to haunt them.
Oh,
NiKo doesn't have the time to win this. Molidoy plays it safe right up until he doesn't. That final swing to really drive it home.
Send a message. 18 and 9, 2 KD. 3 kills in that rifle round. Locks them out of the post plant. It was claustrophobic, it was chaotic, but there was also time to win it for Falcons. They just fall short. Nice shots from Molidoy.
You know, a lot of teams there would have looked to kind of maintain some aggression, keep players over towards CT, and sure, it felt kind of risky. You mentioned it, right? FURIA having a big grouping over towards Tetris. I actually love it. It meant Falcons just wasted time clearing a dead position on the CT line. I think that's a big reason why they run out of time.
Yeah. I'm so shocked that FURIA even succeed in these kind of chaotic moments when it's a team that we talk about communicating in 3 different languages at once.
You kind of forget about that because of how synergized they all look.
Absolutely. Lead taken back and money on the line for both teams.
Yeah, and getting broken this late in the game, I mean, that just feels brutal. It feels like, you know, you could lose this map on the money. And for Falcons, that could mean your journey in Chengdu ends in the semis after a really convincing tournament run. As you say, on their journey to get here, didn't drop a map.
Would only be the second round win of this whole half for Falcons, but it'd be the most important one. FURIA are going to run through.
m0NESY blind, Util leaves him off the line, and it gets really claustrophobic.
See ya.
Had time to get a shot off. KSCERATO overwhelms him. Tries to take an aggressive line with the AWP, but that's Molidoy's job, as he shows us now, denying the cross back in the market. And you've got to save here.
Yes.
Even if you're believing in your retakes, which Falcons might be calling into question after their failure in the 5v5 anyway, you just don't have the money to justify going for this.
Even then, KSCERATO's routing is extremely dangerous. If you want 3 rifles, you need to save 3 rifles. Exits. That's the goal. FURIA coming together. They should be trading this. Nice double. There's the AWP, and Molidoy just standing tall in this map. Impact after impact. 3 kills in the last one. He shuts down NiKo on the cross this time. Poor m0NESY, man. He was in the perfect position. If he fires a shot blind, he kills KSCERATO. That is a very different round. KSCERATO's a guy to full run and gun m0NESY in the bomb site, solo B.
And in this, you know, clash of the flash, the 2 fastest AWPers that we have in CS right now, going blow for blow, Molidoy's undoubtedly had more impact.
And m0NESY was definitely winning the head-to-head in the first half. There was some back and forth, but towards the end, he was, beating Molidoy. He one-deked him in window. He had a nice series of head-to-heads that came up in favor of him. But when it turns into who's done more in this series, it's Molidoy, and it's not a question. And it might get worse before it gets better for the Falcons. They've got this bye. But that is it.
Yeah, even committing to this save means that, you know, you're not going to have him on a AWP now. He's going to play rifle. He's going to drop on down.
And maybe that's a difference, right? Because you look at how many, you mentioned this earlier, how many times FURIA force that AWP. Fallen will play MP9, no armor. They will drop him the AWP. He will play a glass in a NiKo. m0NESY doesn't feel like he gets it as much. Not in this game. Good grenades. Blown out of the round. And look at Molidoy go. Bloodlust. And he's got it. Just run through.
None of his team are with him. As he makes this play, he is entirely alone. Chance at a follow-up for Molidoy. He knows he's already done enough, put enough pressure on to tee up a victory for FURIA.
On the jiggle, he's barely committed.
Kicksan, the last pocket of resistance, overran, overwhelmed, and the money deleted for the Falcons at 8-11. Molidoy making solo, heroic, ballsy plays.
Molidoy is the truth. No doubt about it. Doing it on the stage. The first map was but a blimp. Carried through by his team. Here in the second, undeniable impact. And he's going back for more, playing his mid-spawn as well. NiKo refuses to peek into it. Punished in the last round. This is Falcons conceding grand final point.
Yeah, FURIA know victory is right here, right for the taking. Just don't mess this round up. Kyosuke, good for the trade at least. Recovers that M4, puts it to work, and finds a 4-on-4, but they've lost middle. They're flying blind in this round.
Thank goodness he recovers it, because Kixon 6 and 15 buys up that M4. Sure, he's setting up Kyosuke to take the gun and trade it out, but... Oh. Falcons, they got one weapon. At least still in the round. But they have no control on the A side.
I mean, it's in this moment now where we're going to be looking at KSCERATO again. Now, last time we wanted output from him, he put up an ace. He kind of has to go that level of above and beyond once more if Falcons want to win this round. And even then, it hinges on a number of variables. They have to come his way. They have to avoid that B stack, change their mind, play into the hands of KSCERATO out as CT. And so if they avoid him, if they evade him, that M4 never even gets a second chance to find anything in this round.
Is this really a commitment, though? They've seen nothing on A. That's going to tempt the ball back. 20 seconds. KSCERATO in spawn.
I mean, this would be the time to show you the real deal. This would be the time to show that you can do it. NiKo, trigger discipline.
No!
NiKo, no! You can't have another one of these. Nade's good. KSCERATO softens them up. Can he be the difference maker? Brought down low on the spawn. Swing up from the top, from the rafters. KSCERATO. 3 kills deep in the round, and he's cut down.
It's almost comedic at this point. NiKo Deagle back turned, but there's no head on his screen. There's no headshot to find. He can't get that in one bullet. And KSCERATO's triple kill is in vain again. He is outlasting his team. He is outperforming his squad with no stage experience, and still Falcons might just fall short without a map.
We said coming into this, there's no denying that Falcons are the most popular team out here in China, but we're hearing chants of send them home.
Game respects game. And even NiKo laughs it off, because what else can you do? 12-8, 4 chances to finish the job. And on this T side, Falcons have found only 1 round against FURIA.
It would be the fashion that FURIA go on to reach the final that makes them look so scary, that makes them look so terrifying. The idea that they could do it this cleanly, a 2-0 versus the Mongols in that game, we were saying, you know, they won like 5 rifle rounds in the series. The scoreline didn't tell how one-sided that game was. And here, domination on Inferno, but that's the weak map for the Falcons. That's what you're telling yourself. You come to Mirage, home ground for the Falcons. Familiar territory where you're meant to have all your ideas, you're meant to be on the same page, and this second half has been crazy dominant. KSCERATO has remained the only light glimmer of hope, and even then he gets extinguished. Fallen provides the trade, the equalizer. KSCERATO gives it away. Shot for Odyssey as he's hounded down in the connector. And so it's the 2 imports, Yakindar and Molodoy, in a 2-on-3. Can they set the record straight? Can they close this in dominant fashion here and now? You've given Molodoy a little hint, and if you take a swing at this guy, you don't get many second chances. Tess's there to put a stop to him, and a 2v3 denied. Falcons at least get this one, but there's so much more to do.
Yeah, at least makes it interesting. Second CT round found in this game for Falcons. But you know FURIA are buying down. They get 2 decent enough rifle rounds left in regulation.
Molodoy actually bought the AWP, but sold it back. So expect something pacey here. If that AWP isn't to make an appearance, you know how often they put it in his hands whenever they can. And he had the option to get it. But it's rifles here, so something fast as Fallen calls for a pace change.
KSCERATO has nothing. He's already calling for rotation. It feels too quiet in middle. There's some misutility. Only a flash falls short. The smokes land fine. Starting to move in now. FURIA. They get blocked. And it didn't seem like they wanted to commit there. Choosing the second volley. Smokes go out again. What's KSCERATO got? m0NESY through the smoke.
Meant to feel uncomfortable, but that molly hasn't displaced KSCERATO, so he's just able to keep firing shots downrange. They deal with him eventually, but the rotates have arrived. Now it's very low on health for m0NESY and NiKo. Starting to scale out of FURIA, but everything feels a little uncertain. Molodoy on the rifle, put down after 1. It's KSCERATO really coming into his own as this game rages on. KSCERATO does not want it to end in the semi-finals. He was on level footing with everyone else coming into this second half. Up there with m0NESY and NiKo, but now he's moving leaps and bounds ahead as he is the difference maker, the reason this game still rages on.
Yeah, much needed. m0NESY's really been missing with this AWP on the CT side. He's had a few chances, he's had even more misses. And KSCERATO making up for that.
What do you make of this? Hero AK for Molodoi.
Forget the orb. Just going to walk out dry and... Oh, wait, there's no one home. Molodoi. A little walkabout. Fallen spotted jiggling on ramp, trying to get that info.
I think they know Molodoi just has this air about him where he makes you believe he can win you any round. And FURIA like that. They want to maintain that.
Oh,
they want to nurture that, in fact. And so as Molodoi comes in with the first, it takes attention away from a Yakinda lurk out in mid.
Oh, he's silent up. They don't know, but they spam him through. KSCERATO again. Looking to keep Falcons' head high in this match. Looking to force overtime against FURIA.
It's a young man's game. The rookies duking it out to see who takes Mirage.
Yeah, it's not m0NESY v Molodoi in this second half. It's the rookies who rage on.
And now KSCERATO eclipsing the scoreline of Molodoi. Timeout called in from FURIA. Last chance. They had 4 of them total. This is the final one.
3 in a row for Falcons.
If this goes to overtime, whole different game. Everything changes. Your future's uncertain. Fate is only in your hand for this round, FURIA.
Well, 2 rounds Molodoi waiting for that AWP. Hero AKs, faster approaches. Gonna see it now.
Again, it's Fallen to drop it over, playing Tech 9 to make way for the AWP star of FURIA. When he did this versus the Mongols, Molodoi put up all 5 in the round. They even have gimmicks, they even have boosts to try and get him
NiKo waiting.
off to a rip-roaring start. NiKo, don't do it. He's got to resist the temptation. Wants to go fishing in middle, but ignores that voice in his head. They'll concede mid. They'll never run into the Molodoi boost.
And you want NiKo in the late round right now. His opening gambits have been snuffed out. The nade stacks. So he won't fight middle. Yakinda out under. Eats a bit of damage. FURIA surround the B bomb site, but they've got to get up cat if they want to meet them there. Molodoi looking to pick this up. Flashes m0NESY off. It's a perfect flash. The re-smoke will stop him. No way he hits the blind shot. m0NESY retakes the angle. Tess is aggressive. Bottom of the server. All the risk in this move. KSCERATO denies. But what does that do? It funnels them in to KSCERATO.
This is going to be his time to shine. He's been keeping it up all game long. This is in overtime. Beckons. KSCERATO. Only 1 found. Yakinda on this leg. No, no, no. This could still go so wrong. Yakinda leaves him looking over their shoulder. KSCERATO getting boxed in. And did you really do all this only for the wheels to fall off in round 24? Can KSCERATO do it? Far from the man you would expect, but it's the one they've got. Got to put brain to work to win out this clutch.
He's read it wrong. Went with a penny drop. Time wasted. Swallowed on the stage. Falcons rely on their captain to keep them in this game, to keep them in China. Yuri waits, bated breath, gets the info, kicks and jumps. 3 kills deep. He needs this clutch.
You're feeling twitchy, feeling nervous, and shut down! FURIA! Unlikely as ever, but that's when they do their best work! Right when you're ready to write them off, they emerge! And for Falcons, a punch in the gut. Grand final awaits for FURIA.
A 2v4 to